Hey guys, thanks for being here for East West Shrine Bowl Day 3 practice. We had the East team first. We got two people: offensive coordinator for the East team, Drew Terrell, and then quarterback from Kentucky, Devin Leary. I'll bring up Coach first. Coach, if you start us off with just how practice went for you guys today, and really how the whole week's been for the offense.
Everybody's doing all right? Good. It's been good. It's a great experience not only for the players that are chosen to be in this game, but for us as coaches. I think it's a good chance for us to kind of step out of our comfort zone and do some things that we normally haven't done before. As you guys know, anytime you're looking to grow and elevate in whatever profession you're in, you've got to do things that you wouldn't normally do and kind of step out of that comfort zone. So it's been awesome. I'm fortunate to have been nominated for this and have this experience. I think it's great. The first few days of practice, have been solid. I was very pleased with the first day. I thought the operation was fairly good. I tend to be, a little bit negative at times, and I was like, I can't wait for us to drop this first snap in practice on the first day. I was telling all the coaches. But guys did a great job. Today was a good step forward for us in terms of situational football. So we had some call-it periods. We had some 2-minute periods. The guys had to get adjusted to. I had to get adjusted to calling it and, keeping in mind situation and all that stuff. So, it's been good for all parties involved, the first few days here.
On the short-term install like this, what's the number one priority? Is it just keep it simple? Is that the number one thing?
Absolutely. You want to keep it simple. In terms of NFL terminology, you want to keep it in like a day one install type thought process for these guys. So, you don't want to give them a ton of install because you want to get an evaluation of their athletic talent as well. Okay, so you don't want guys out there playing slow and thinking too much. You want to keep it simple. But on that same token, you want to have enough volume to where you've got to force them to think. And like Devin will tell you, for the quarterbacks and for the offense, we've given them can and check plays depending on what the defense is giving us. That's as much part of the evaluation as anything to see if these guys can process at the line of scrimmage, all right, and get us into the right look.
What are some of those things that you've done that got you out of your comfort zone that you wouldn't have tried before?
Standing in front of the entire offensive unit, giving an install or watching practice, talking to the old linemen about combinations in the running game in front of the entire group. I'm a guy that's coached on the perimeter pretty much my entire career. I coached on defense for a year, but, I haven't been in that situation where I had to talk run game with offensive linemen, guys that do it on a day-to-day basis, and speak about it with confidence and conviction and make it sound like I know what I'm talking about. So, that's been good. Sitting in the quarterback rooms has been outstanding. Scripting practice, I didn't realize how much time and detail that takes. Calling the 2-minute drill, got great work. That was it was probably more good work for me, than the guys out there. They've been running 2-minute drills their entire life. Most of these guys come from spread offensive systems. They play 2-minute football. But for me, having to call it and, making sure we're on the right hash, getting the right call in, all that stuff, those are some things that, force you to grow and develop as a coach that I really appreciate.
Coach, in day 3, can you just talk about how you've seen the group grow camaraderie and how, maybe how different it was from practice 1 to now practice?
Yeah, you can definitely see, see and hear the side conversations, guys getting closer and tighter. This is a new experience for everybody. So, a lot of these guys that play in this game together, they're going to be friends for a long time after this just because they've had this experience together. And, it's all uncomfortable. You're in a new environment. You're in a new place. You're with new coaches that you've never been around. Different guys are yelling at you. Maybe you're learning some different techniques. So all these guys kind of go through that together. And I've definitely seen, the camaraderie grow and build and positive encouragement. That's definitely been, something that, we've seen as coaches throughout the first few days here.
How is that camaraderie also for you and the other coaches who I'm sure you knew but maybe haven't had as much chance to speak with?
Yeah, it's great. I haven't had a ton of familiarity with any of these coaches on the offensive staff. All right, so that was a challenge in terms of putting the playbook together, kind of blending some terminologies and some schemes. But again, just like I was talking about the players, I'll have a connection with these guys forever now in the league. And, you kind of get to see them as coaches, see the way they interact with players, see the way they teach, all those things. And the camaraderie with us has been positive, from the first day because we're all looking to learn. We're all looking to grow. We're all maybe in positions that we haven't been in before. Coach HT got us together last night, our whole staff, for a nice little event, nice dinner to watch that 49ers and Detroit game. So, it's been all positive, and, I look forward to carrying the relationships I've made with these guys, throughout the rest of my coaching career.
Will you run some special plays for guys based on their skill set? Will there be some certain things out there that you go, okay, we got this personnel
What do you mean special plays? Like trick plays?
Or not necessarily trick plays, but are you going to take advantage of a guy's skill set?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Thought you were trying to get some scheme from us to give to the other guy. Going to have to give you a Belichick answer. But absolutely, we're going through the week, we're identifying guys, okay? And you have these plays in at the beginning, and in your mind as you go through practice, you're like, okay, we can call that with this guy in the game. Or, hey, when this guy's in the game, we can take a shot because he's got a live arm. Or, hey, we got this receiver out here. All right, we want to call this play for him, or we want to call this, option route to this specific guy. Absolutely. We'll identify those guys through the week, and then, when they're in the game, try to get them on those plays to take advantage of their skill set.
One more for Coach. Good. Awesome. Appreciate it, Coach.
Appreciate it, gang.
And next up, we'll have Devin Lear from Kentucky. Devin, we'll start off how practice go today, and how's the week gone so far for you?
How you doing, everyone? So practice today, just like Coach said, we installed a 2-minute drill, a little bit more up-tempo stuff. And, we definitely had some growing pains, some learning pains through it all. But ultimately, it was a good practice. Guys were flying around. Day 3 now, we're all meeting each other, kind of getting used to how each and every one of us, run certain routes or block certain protections. So overall, you can see the camaraderie of our whole team coming together. And, offense is balling, defense is competing. But at the end of the day, off the field, we're all becoming brothers at the end of the day.
Talk a little more about, such a condensed time and you trying to learn what your receivers are typically doing, what your linemen are doing. They're trying to learn your tendencies. How do you kind of go about that in such a short period?
Yeah, I think it comes with reps. It's an awesome opportunity to learn from all these elite coaches that have seen it at an elite level. But just like them, we want to strive to be the best, and that starts with the all-field preparation. So when it comes to, the tight ends, receivers, us quarterbacks and running backs, off the field when we're in the hotel, we're asking questions based off of practice on, hey, when I run this certain route, how do you like it? Or, a certain protection with the offensive line, they're communicating up front on, making sure that they over-communicate certain things. So it's really, taking the reps in practice, watching the film, learning from it, but that additional communication in the hotel room so that we all get on the same page.
Devin, how difficult or how different, I should say, was the terminology?
Honestly, not too much different from what I was used to at Kentucky. We ran a pro-style system as well. But, here's a little bit more of a digit system, so you definitely get different terms for different run games or pass game. But overall, from a schematic, pretty similar to what I'm used to.
What's some of the feedback that you get from the coaches and as you develop, or is there anything that you've heard from them, maybe you haven't heard before, something that's interesting that you hope to maybe take with you as you enter the NFL?
Yes, sir. Definitely, we're all talented out here. Everyone out here can play ball. They have a lot of resume, of a ton of reps. And what I keep, being heard and reiterating from all these coaches is that, it's the mental side of the game that will separate you. It's the way you process, how fast you can learn from your mistake that, we're being taught in the film room and not make it again on the field. So it's those little small details that I think will help you get to the next level. But overall, especially a quarterback, the game is won, from a mental aspect more than physical.
Is there a receiver or tight end that's kind of stood out to you that you're like, watch out?
Man, a lot of them are good out here. I'm not going to lie. But someone that's really stood out to me was Isaiah Williams. Someone that, you could tell he perfects his craft. You could tell that this game means a lot to him. And, even if he does make a mistake, he seems like the same person every single day, which is awesome to have as a teammate. And, me, my first time playing with him, it's pretty cool to have a receiver come off the sideline after he catches a ball or runs a really good route and asking me, how do I like it? And that's really, really cool from a quarterback perspective because that just shows that he cares a lot.
One more for Devin. A lot of love for the state of Kentucky, the quarterback win this week. What's that?
Oh, yeah. A lot of love in Kentucky for sure. Just working with Austin, Jack as well. And Jordan was in for a little bit before he had to go. It's been great. It's been really great. We're kind of feeding off each other. When one of us, has a really good play, we cheer each other on, and we're all learning together. We're all in this thing together, and I think the coaches are doing a great job of, installing it that way, that, it doesn't really matter who's getting the reps. Who's ever on the sideline needs to learn from their reps, and we're all doing a great job. Even if someone makes a mistake, we kind of reiterate, hey, what we saw on the sideline and what we could have all done better. So it's been great.
Thanks, Devin.
Appreciate it.